Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kenda Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous left behind and forward-moving spouse with a bomb drop of April 22nd, 2024, a date of marriage of January 10th, 2012. She has an off and on, and she's not familiar with with energy levels. She says, my partner suddenly left earlier this year. As background, he had a breakdown due to work stress in 2022. He changed jobs at the start of 2023 and his mood gradually improved then. He then started to hang out with younger guys at the new job. They were in their 20s and we're in our mid 40s. Over the past several years, we've had IVF treatments, which unfortunately have not worked for us. We've lost 2 pregnancies. The first few months of this year, he had been acting strangely, having anxiety attacks. He was spending a lot of time with the guys from work and not wanting me to touch him. Sometimes staying out with these guys and not coming home. One day I came home to find him packing and he said he was leaving home. He didn't give any real explanation. I asked if he was breaking up with me and he said yes. He's now staying with a guy from work. He hasn't taken much from the house. He says he wants to be by himself and he wants man time. And that was in quotes. I don't believe he has cheated. What approach should I take? My first question is for you is why don't you believe he has cheated? And I could go back to that asking that simply because in a midlife crisis, most of them do cheat eventually or already, that just statistically. But the real main reason I'm asking that is you have this one point in here where he had been acting strangely, having anxiety attacks, and the not wanting you to touch him. And I wonder about that. I just wonder, that seems very strange. And I wonder if that was a point where he was feeling that there was somebody else, because that is suspicious behavior that would make me suspicious to wonder if there was someone else. So I'm wondering, why do you don't believe he has cheated? I'm not saying he has or hasn't, some don't, but the majority do eventually. And so that is what I'm wondering. Now, so what approach should you take? Either way, the approach you take is, I do not want you on a full no contact. If you are standing for your marriage, what you do is you reach out, you work on smart contact. If you have no contact, then if he doesn't ever contact you and you don't contact him, then there's no contact, and how do you reconcile if you don't ever talk to each other? So first thing, there is some following of his lead, but if his lead is that he never contacts you, you at some point need to sometimes reach out. And when you're reaching out, you're just like, hi, I haven't heard from you for a while. Or sometimes you might have a reason to reach out. You say he's a low energy wallower. Or I'm sorry, you say that you're not familiar. It sounds like he may be a low energy wallower though. He's an off and on. So he doesn't reach out very often is what that means. Not very often means less than once every 2 to 3 months. So try reaching out to him once a month, once a month, or once every 2 months. Okay. Once in 8 weeks, 6 weeks. See, and if he accepts that 6 weeks, then you can make it more frequent, but a check-in. Or if there is an actual valid excuse to check in with him. And then you're going to want to increase that. And if there is an opening for more conversation, you're going to show how you believe in him. The approaches you take are making openings for more friendship. You're not going to be asking him snooping questions. You want to be gentle. You want to simply be there. Maybe he didn't take much. He hasn't taken much from the house. Is there anything he needs? Do you need this? Would you like me to bring something to you? Not why don't you have this, though. You have to be very careful of those things. But I was wondering how you're doing and if you're okay. Maybe it's his birthday. Sometimes there are milestones that you can use to do those reach outs. Sometimes it can just be a standard holiday, not Valentine's Day, and not your anniversary. Consider your anniversary to be like a Valentine's Day one. Other than that, I want you detaching. Okay? I want you working on you and healing. And the next thing is there's this delicate balance we want to do. Some people say that thing about revenge is a life well lived. Well, I don't want it to be in a sense of revenge. I want it to be he sees you and you are living your best life. But at the same time, not so much as like, wow, she's better off without me. I guess she's doing really well. If you see him, I want it to be, well, I'm doing the best I can given the circumstances. The show must go on kind of attitude. It's not, yeah, it's great without you. I can make it. It's, what else am I going to do? I've got to keep going. I'm not going to sit in a sorry pity, party and just be sad all the time. I have to keep going. I'd rather be going with you. But I'm going to put one foot in front of the other and I'm going to choose joy. And yeah, it's been hard. But you know what? I can do it. And I can do it. And I'm working on getting a smile on my face. And I can laugh. And I can do all of those things. And I can thrive. Yeah, I can thrive without you. But it's not because I am without you. I don't require you to thrive. But it sure helps. It sure helps to have you. I like to have you as part of that by my side while I'm thriving. And so we want to show that we are an attractive force and that we are this attractive force and they see us but we don't want to be so in their face about how well we're doing that it's revenge is a life well lived and yes, I'm better off without you kind of thing. And so we want when we see them or when they see us that we want to balance how well we're doing with I'm doing well because I am choosing to do well in the circumstances I've been given, not I'm doing well because you're gone. If you understand the difference, because it's a crucial difference, and somebody who is depressed is going to try to twist that. Okay, and MLCers, whether they realize it or not, are depressed. So I want you to take the approach that you become an attractive force and you choose joy for your life and you reach out occasionally for smart contact reasons. But you also live your life to the fullest you can. Live your life to the fullest and fullest and fullest, and you allow him to see that. And not that he is or isn't missing out, because MLCers are depressed. And you support him in his man time, in his man cave, and say, you know what, it's really great that you want to go out and find yourself. I am so proud of you for wanting to do that and find and become the best person you can be. It's really exciting to figure out who we are. That's what this life is about. Show that joy in it, even though while he's sitting there going, I haven't done anything about it. I'm feeling so guilty about this. Because MLCers go into their hidey hole. But you show what an amazing journey it can be. Okay? And understand that MLCers probably aren't really doing it, even if they're saying it. And keep as much contact as you can with his lead. And see where it takes you. With a low energy wallow or with an off and on, it's going to be off and on. So it's going to be difficult. Just keep up with it and choose joy. Okay? Sorry you're in it, but I hope this helps. and I will see everybody in the next question.